Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to Graveyard Drug Party Radio. My name is Miguel, and if you're listening to us on YouTube, you can find us on Instagram at Graveyard Drug Party Radio. We release the playlist every Friday. The playlist consists of 7, 8 people at a time. We each introduce our song, our pick of the week, and we give you a little bit of a background on the song, artist, or why we chose the song. We each share our very personal music library with you. So we hope you enjoy the playlist. Maybe you'll find a song that you like. So if you're into that stuff, please give us a follow and keep up to date with our weekly playlist and any special guest appearances on the show. This week, Craig Conant, actor, comedian from LA, joins us on the podcast. It was a lot of fun. If you like this conversation, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and yeah, you can find Craig Conant on YouTube. He has a weekly podcast every Wednesday called Community Service. He just had Bill Burr, a legendary comic, make an appearance on his show. So if you're interested on that, go ahead and you can look up Craig Conant on YouTube. And Community Service is the name of his podcast. So hope you guys enjoy this episode. It was a lot of fun, and we'll catch you next time.
All right, recording now. Bam, we are rolling, baby.
They're rolling. Let's do this.
What's up, bro? I never met you in my life before. Who the fuck are you, dude?
Isn't this shit weird?
Yeah, I just always say yes to any opportunities and hope people aren't a weirdo.
Yeah, you never know, right? So thanks for trying your luck with me.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Good weirdos. Good weirdos are good. I'm a weirdo. The weirdos are the best. But bad weirdos, you're like, oh, I don't know about that, bro. You know what I mean?
What's like a weird weirdo? Like a weird weirdo?
I've actually been lucky. I don't think I've ever said yes to something and had it been awful. I've been fortunate. Never mind the mark on my forehead. I got bit by a black widow, dude.
No way.
No, it's a pimple that I scratched off. Look at that shit, bro.
Dude.
I've been telling everyone it's a spider bite.
Yeah.
I have 2 shows tonight, and I just got this fucking scab on my face.
Yeah, I mean, I believed you when you said it. I was like, holy shit.
It's fucking gnarly, dude.
That's crazy. And it's like right there. It's fucking bullseye, dude.
Bullseye, bro. I just kept picking and this and then scratching and clawing and then I put rubbing alcohol on it and anyways, now I look like a black widow bit my forehead and you believed me.
Yeah, dude. I believed you, dog.
I should stick with that. Anyways.
I was gonna tell you you should join me with a drink, but you've been sober 7 years. Congrats.
7 years, dude. Yeah.
Shit. That's crazy. I admire that. What
if I could do it, you could do it.
That's true. What made you stop? Like
I was tired of being a loser, to be completely honest. Incident after incident after incident. I got arrested several times, raided, kicked out of homes, knocked out. I just and then I just fucking was tired of it. It wasn't fun anymore, you know. It was just purely habitual. It's all I knew. Yeah. Was my whole life, my whole circle, my whole everything. And thank God I discovered comedy. I only did stand-up for about 1 year, fucked up. I did improv first, completely fucked up. But then thank God I was sober and did stand-up because it filled the void. And also saved my fucking life, dude, because I just put all that energy, all the drug, alcohol bullshit, just went to stand up. So it was swapped out with a healthy habit that could lead to my dreams coming true, as opposed to jail or death or loserville.
Yeah, it's funny because like I'm sipping while you're telling me all this sober stuff.
Hey man, daytime drinking was my favorite. I ain't judging. If you can be a normal fucking boozer, I'm not fucking trying to hate, man. I was not that, so I can't do that.
You were fucking up. I mean, you've been cuffed 3 times. You know how to live.
Yeah, that's right.
What's like you think that if like failures are necessary because it's not perhaps not maybe failures, but Some people might see them like that.
No,
Maybe
for sure. Yeah.
you see them as like awakening moments of like, fuck, I keep fucking up. Maybe I should stop. You think those
Uh,
moments are necessary to progress, excel in life?
Absolutely. The absolute worst days of my life was spawned a rebirth for me to change. And that's why these crusaders, these righteous crusaders on the internet trying to cancel anybody and everybody for their fuck ups. It's like, wait, give the guy a chance to fucking change. If he doesn't change, then fuck him, fuck her, whatever.
Right.
If they come around and be like, oh fuck, I was wrong, then that's what this life is about, is turning it around. And unfortunately, it takes me a lot of lessons, and it's usually fucking too many, bro. For me to quit alcohol, that was a lesson every weekend, bro, for fucking 17 years. Every day, there was so many signs. I just didn't want to admit it. And then it just got to a point where I was so tired of it, because it's not who I am. At my core, at most of our cores, we're good people, and we don't want to go down that ugly route. And when you just throw drugs and alcohol in the mix, it changes a human being to be this thing that they're not. And then I was like, I'm not that person. I'm not an asshole. I'm not that. But this substance is making me that person consistently. And it gets to the point where you're just like, I'm fucking done, man. I mean, I wasn't always a crazy madman. There was a lot of good nights, but there was just the bad nights. There was too many of them. There was too many of them. And it wasn't just like once a year. It was, I would get to the point when I progressed in age to where, like, in the beginning, when I'm a young buck getting shit-faced, of course, it was incident, whatever, maybe getting fucked up, jumping off a roof, getting arrested.
Jackass.
And then later, the incidents got more spread out. So it wasn't like every weekend, it was every month, and it was every 6 months. It was like once a year. I was like, oh, I could deal with once a year. And then it just gets to the point you're like, dude, what are you doing, man? Like, you're a grown man and just fucking up,
Well, as far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong, but your dad is still kind of like day drinking.
Oh, he loves the booze. He loves beer. It is what it is. He's fuck, I don't even know his age. He's 74 now.
Oh shit. What's
And
it? What's his drink of choice?
he just likes beer.
Just beer.
Just beer.
Wait, you're half Mexican. Is he Mexican?
He's white.
He's okay. He's white.
Yeah.
He's just fucking boozy. What is he drinking? Like Bud Light, fucking anything?
MGD, Miller Genuine Draft.
Okay.
And he'll, like, if you give him an IPA, some fancy expensive shit, he's like, oh, get that shit out of here.
Yeah. That's how my dad
like
is.
A Coors or a Natural Light, or Natty, not Natty Ice. Just what's normal natural beer called? I don't even know the fucking name.
Sure. What's I'm curious. What's that contrast between you being sober and him being maybe like still drinking, and maybe family get-togethers? How's that? Is that like, well, I'm sure it's gotten easier throughout your years of being sober, but
Yeah.
maybe if you can talk about like the first year, or maybe like when it was like family time. Holy shit, these are the times that I would usually drink.
Yeah, we drink and smoke, I'll never forget this. I remember it was like fucking day 5 sober, whatever, and I go to family dinner and he's smoking a bowl and he passes it to me. I'm like, no, Dad. And then I was like, I'm gonna get sober. And then he just went, why? Like, but he like meant it. Like, he didn't even understand. He's like, why? Because he's just an old school generation, and honestly, he's been drinking for so long. I think getting off of it cold turkey would fuck him up. Like, it's
right.
He's been drinking for 60 years. It's just become a part of his body. And I actually known somebody where their dad like quit drinking and it fucked them up because he was drank for 40 years. His body just got, our bodies are amazing, remarkable things to where what they could get used to.
Oh, yeah.
And I just try to be like, drink more water. I actually got him to smoke weed. He was a hippie back in the 60s and whatnot, but he quit smoking, and just drank just happened over time, with kids and family.
Yeah, sure.
And then I was like, I was a mad stoner, and I was like, I'm gonna get him to smoke to reduce. Maybe I'll shut my windows. I was like, I'm gonna get him to smoke weed to reduce his alcohol intake because I know what the real fucking devil is. And then now he just doubled down on both, and I'm like, no, Dad, that wasn't supposed to happen. Like, I was like, because I know when I smoked, I only need like a beer or two. Like, it wasn't, the weed. I just appreciated the OG Kush.
Right.
But now he just does both, and I did that, and whoopsie.
We got him back.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go for it. It's all good. I was just gonna say that. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. When you're smoking, maybe like a beer or two. Appreciate the weed a little more. Me, I think I can't really handle like weed all that well. So when I smoke, I try to like kind of have like a beer or two, and then like appreciate it, because I can't do like the fucking beer and the booze and the weed. It's like too much, man. It's too much.
Yeah, it's a weird thing to where if this is how I was. If I was just drinking, getting shit faced, I would smoke as much weed as possible. But if I started off with weed, then I didn't have the desire to get shit faced. I don't know why that was, because I was a huge stoner, fucking huge stoner. As you probably can tell, it's still like people are like, "You don't smoke, you're a fraud."
You
I'm
are
like, get the fuck out of here. I've smoked for 17 years, bitch. It's just in me now. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's a fucking poser. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, bro.
That's what I was.
I ate so much weed, my shit smelled like weed. So get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna shut this window real quick. Go ahead, though.
Go for it. Yeah, I was gonna say. Funny you mentioned that. I was gonna say you're in this like perpetual state of like fucking hippie surfer fucking vibe. It's just who you are. Were you like this before smoking? You ever been like that?
Weed for sure helped,
dude. Well, you were born and raised in L.A.
Yeah, I'm a South Bay boy, fucking born in Harbor City, raised in Torrance and Lomita. My family's from Pedro and Wilmington and Harbor City. So I'm a South Bay Harbor area, and we're right by the beach, and the beach and just weed for 17 years, it's just, this is what it does, guys.
That's what it does. These are the results.
What it fucking does, man.
Fucking funny ass comedian. That's what's up, dude. I used to live in Hawthorne for a little while.
Nice.
I moved there after high school. I wanted to pursue my fucking dreams of becoming a fucking rock star.
Hey, Hawthorne's a crazy city because Hawthorne towards Manhattan Beach is like $1 million home, super nice, and then Hawthorne towards the hood is like the fucking hood, bro.
Yeah. You're like 30 minutes. No, it's like maybe 15-minute drive of like fancy beach homes, and you're like 15 minutes away, and you're like living in a not so nice house.
Yeah, I remember my homie lived off like Prairie and like fucking 132nd or something by like King Henry VIII strip club over there, and they're like, this feels unsafe at night,
Yeah, no, it was a good time, I tried it. A lot of people told me it's not like the 80s anymore. If you go there, it's harder now. It's more Hollywood. But I wanted to give it a try. I wanted to move out there and just kind of test it out on my own, like see it for myself. And then
where do you live now?
I live in Sunnyvale, California, which is in the Bay Area.
Yeah, I know where that is.
Yeah. Have you toured up here?
I've tried to. I would love to. I've toured. I'm opening up for fools like Michael Yo and at Cobb's Comedy Club and
San Francisco.
And then I've done just like a winery out there when I first started in like Vacaville.
Oh yeah, you're out there though.
Yeah, just like little one-nighters and opening up for other fools. The Bay has yet to have me, so I would fucking love to go up there. My homie Stephen Fury's trying to get me in a club up there. I think in Sunnyvale. What's the only club?
It's called Roosters.
Yeah, he's trying to get me in there. I'd fucking love to.
That place is dope.
Roosters? Book me, baby. I'll be on my way.
Yeah, I think we spoke about like setting something up. That was a while back.
Yeah.
because I'm just kind of more experienced on the musician side. Like I can set up a tour for anybody, no problem. I know a bunch of people in clubs, and it's what I want. My approach with you, I was thinking more like DIY shit. Like I know a bunch of people that have breweries
Yeah,
or
I'm
small
down, dude.
or
I'm
small
down.
comedy clubs, and there's no fucking tax forms or anything you have to fill out. It's like, dude, everything's cash, everything's out of pocket.
Dude,
Everything.
you have no idea. All my fans, I'm at like 98K, approaching 100K, and my fans hit me up like tour here, tour here, tour to Denver, tour to I'm like, I would love to. I want to. I'm on my way. Tell your comedy clubs to fucking book me, dude.
Yeah.
And then like to where I'm doing like a one nighter in Austin at a like a bar, like at a Vulcan Cast Company. They get Vulcan Gas Company. They do rock bands. But
Mm.
I'm like, I'll do a Thursday, a one nighter. I don't give a fuck. Just book me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I think we mentioned like, or you mentioned maybe promoters. I was like, fuck that. You don't need promoters. I think if we can do like a DIY, like, because I know a bunch of people in the Bay Area, like basement shows. I don't know if you want to get a little weird with in a basement show.
Yep. Yep.
It's crazy.
I'm down.
It's big. It's like at this old Victorian house. My buddy runs the basement shows. That's what
I'll do illegal shows, bootleg shows,
they're.
basement shows, attic shows. I don't give a fuck, man. I'm fucking on my way, bro. I put on put a little Vicks vapor rub in my nose. I'm good to go, man. I'm
There you
fucking
go.
fuck.
Exactly. Because why the basement might be smelly or what?
No, I was just saying because of COVID, but I
Oh,
was trying to be PC, you know.
oh,
I put a
maybe,
little
maybe
aloe vera on my lip, and let's rock this shit,
that's
motherfuckers.
what I'm talking about, man. Yeah, just everything goes directly to the artist. I think that's cool. If we can eliminate the promoter or whoever is like the middleman, I
Yeah.
really don't think that like artists need that anymore. I don't think. I think you could do that all yourself, but it's a lot of work. But I think it's all work.
That's the thing, like the work part, I don't want to do. Like if I have a guy helping me, whatever, you get
I got
10%, I
you.
don't give a fuck. As long you do the work, I show up, be funny, sell the tickets. You get your money. I ain't shady. Like you earned it, you know?
Oh, no, it's like that 10%. I really like. I never like. It's never about the money. It's about helping fucking people that I admire. I think you're a really fucking cool comedian. So I would do. Sorry, that was fucking my speaker.
I've actually tried to contact venues myself, and
Oh, cool. Yeah.
they don't get back to you, man. Like, what's up? I'm like, hey, I'll pay, I'll rent it out, I'll sell my own tickets. I have a
Oh,
fan base. My fans
right.
want to see me in your city. And then they don't get back to you for a month, and you're just like,
Why is that?
I think just lack there of professionalism in most of everything in this fucking world, dude. This is a bunch
Sure.
of lazy motherfuckers. It's so frustrating, dude.
It is.
I deal with it all the time. I'm like, hey, I want a tour, I whatever it may be. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even know what it is, but people are slow to. It's like this is opportunity. It's win-win. You get money, I get exposure and get to tour, and then the fans get to see my fart jokes. Everybody wins, and then that's like it's just crazy. It's a frustrating thing when you're not like a fucking celebrity or a big draw. Even though I sell some tickets.
It's so hard to believe when it comes to you because you have really good ties with like people like Chris D'Elia and all these dudes. I mean, you're like in the what do you call it? Like in the epicenter of like comedy. Well, maybe right now with COVID, things have slowed down. But
Well, the COVID fucked everything up, but even prior to COVID and post COVID, as we're kind of opening up, I don't know. I just get it. It is actually back to that whole lesson of bad thing being a blessing in disguise.
yeah,
It is so frustrating, but literally, it just lights a fire up under my ass. We're like, all right, so I just have to work harder. Then I have to get bigger and fucking more viral videos to where they're like, oh, get this guy here, you know. But it's just
yeah,
like it's at the same time, it's so frustrating. It's like a little fucking help, you know,
yeah,
just a little bit. I just need like this much help.
dude. It's cool that we're talking about this. I think Mark Norman said that Louis C.K. was saying to him like, enjoy these like weird bumps on the road. You're not there yet. You don't want to. You're not there where you want to be, but enjoy these times because I wish I was there still, or I wish I was there, kind of enjoying the struggles of becoming
It's
more
really
and more, more, and
crazy.
more successful. And the funny thing it was, when he was accused of the whole, the rumors of him and all that weird shit that tagged along with it. Mark Norman, I think, texted him or someone did, and it's like, "Hey, welcome back."
And and I bet you Louis fucking appreciated that text and cracked the fuck up.
Yeah, that was a funny fucking joke.
That's what he needed at that moment.
I just had Mark Norman on the last episode. That shit was fun.
Nice, yeah, he's funny as fuck.
He's a fucking cool dude. Is there a rival? Like, have you guys like against each other, like the East Coast, West Coast comedians? Or
No, not at all, dude. I mean, maybe amongst some, but I don't know that many New York guys, but I love them. Like, the only one I know that came up in New York is Pete Lee and Emma Willman, and I love both of them. I just had Emma Willman on my podcast.
Nice.
And Pete Lee, I'm going to go surfing with him, and I'll have him on my podcast. Like, I don't like you if you're a dickhead to me. That's it. I don't give a fuck.
It's simple.
What fucking scene you're from, what, you know?
Yeah. Definitely.
And even if you're extremely funny and super talented and you're a dickhead, I'll still like you. But your talent has to be above your dickheadness, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Dude, you just had Bill Burr on your podcast. How was it?
Yeah, dude, that was crazy, man.
That shit was crazy. Congrats. I mean, that's a fucking hot fucking get. Like, you got one of the fucking coolest fucking comedians.
Bro, I'm still high from that shit. It's crazy.
That's dope.
That guy is the best. He's the fucking best. He saw my shit on the internet and flagged me down in the hallway at the Comedy Store, and he's like, "Hey, man, you're fucking weird and funny." And I was just like, what?
You know
what planet? I don't think he realized how much that means to a guy coming up. You know what I mean? I just like, he's my Michael Jordan, dude. Like, I think I truly have always said, personally, he has always been my favorite, even over Chappelle. But of course, like, in my opinion, the top two comedians on this planet right now are Bill Burr and Dave Chappelle. And I used to argue that Bill's number one, and then Chappelle came out with like 3 specials, and I was like, all right, Chappelle.
Yeah.
You the king, but Bill's the queen. No, I'm just kidding. Don't show Bill Burr that. No, but it's just truly insane to have a guy you look up to so much believe in you and do your podcast. And I'm just like, it's a dream come true. I said it in my post, and I meant every word of it. Like, you know, they say don't meet your heroes, and I was like, I'm calling bullshit. This guy's amazing. And I said him thinking that I'm funny is the biggest credit that I have. It's the only credit that I give a fuck about. You know, because I really haven't done much in Hollywood, and haven't done much yet. And I don't. When you get a stamp from like Bill, like, I don't care about that anymore. It's like, oh, it's extremely validating, and probably he just did SNL. What SNL was to his career, him being on my podcast was to my career. You know what I mean? That was my SNL. Yeah, I was just like, dude, this is crazy, man.
That is crazy. Great monologue. Great. He's like a dad that is funny. He's like a dad figure that is funny. It always feels it's a warm feeling when you see him, and it's like he's just spitting out facts about his life, and I don't know. He makes it so easy for people.
He's the angry dad, but with love and
yeah, exactly.
And he does. Like, if anybody else was to say the shit he does, he'd be like, oh, that guy's old and crazy and angry. Mm-hmm. But him, he just comes at it with such a just comedic genius where he'll say something that's unpopular and then completely win you over and get an applaud break. And you're just like, how did you do that? You know?
Right.
And that's his genius of just being like that, just to where I'm like, oh, like his setup, or I'll get scared. I'll be like, well, how's he gonna dig himself out of that shit?
Right.
Slammed women or men or fucking whatever, and then he'll win you over and then get women to cheer against. I mean, for the bit that sounded like it was against them or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
And he's just the best, man. He's the fucking man.
Yeah, he definitely takes you for a ride when it comes to like joke storytelling. It's like, oh, where's he going? Where's he going? Oh,
Yeah.
you fucking
Yeah, and then
nailed it.
you're like, oh, I didn't see that angle coming, and it's just the fact that he did my podcast. Like, dude, come on, man, that guy's the best, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
I
you
love that.
didn't have to do that.
I love that you mentioned the don't meet your like the people you look up to. I've always thought that myself. Like, dude, that's bullshit. Like, I don't know who said that, but why is that even a popular saying? That just like generates like a weakness perspective on approaching things or like how to go about things. Because like
Yeah,
I feel like every people that I admire and I like and I appreciate for their artistry or talent, whatever it is, if it's comedy or music, I approach them regardless of how I feel. I'm like, dude, this is fucking crazy. How am I gonna talk to him? Fuck it. I'm just gonna talk to him like a human being. He's human.
yeah,
And
that's what I was gonna say. Maybe that saying exists because the people meeting their heroes are fucking assholes and weirdos, and they fucked it up themselves. Because I've seen that happen,
oh
to
yeah,
where you're like, you just made him be a dick to you, and he's not a dickhead. You were being a fucking weirdo, and you came at him with some fucking trying to be funny shit where you insult him or whatever it may be. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I've seen that so much. Because like Rogan in the hallway will talk to fans if you're a normal, cool fan.
sure,
If you fucking get weird with it, he's gonna be like, "Get the fuck out of here." You know what I mean?
right. And
He don't want that bullshit. No, none of us do.
I've been to the comedy store so many, well, not so many times, multiple times. I think maybe 4 or 5 times. Maybe that's probably not a lot, but I've been there, and I see the comics there just chilling on like
Yeah.
like in the little hallway that leads to the parking lot. Yeah, the
I
guy,
mean,
it's so like there's no green room. It's all out in the
yeah, just
open.
hang.
It's so interactive that I'm like I'm such a fan, and I don't think I would be a weirdo if I approached anybody. But I'm like, they're so cool. I'm just not gonna talk to them. I'm just gonna let them be. They're just admire them from afar is rewarding. Just to say that I was in the same building with them. That's cool.
Yeah, well, you can always talk to any of the like Dave Chappelle. I've seen him have conversations with fans.
Oh yeah.
He's just a cool. I want to say most of these guys. There are a few dickheads. You know what I mean? But most of them are fucking cool, man.
Oh yeah.
And maybe they have a little guard up because they kind of have to, because everyone's coming at them constantly. But if you're a nice normal human being and say you love their comedy, no one's gonna. No, like I've seen fans come up to Eliza and she's like, "Oh, I fucking, take a photo with them,"
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she, her persona is like she's a pit bull comic, just fucking and a killer, and just not. I mean, you know what I mean? I'm not. I remember I was hosting a show and I was like, "This next comic is a fucking beast," and then she got on stage. It was Eliza Schlesinger, and she got on stage. She's like, "Normally, I would get mad if somebody called me a beast, but I know what he meant. So thank you, Craig. I meant she's a killer. Like she fucking
Right.
burns the building down with comedy, with
Yeah,
laughter,
yeah, definitely.
And it was just funny though. She called me out, but also made it hilarious and pointed out it was a compliment.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's like that's such a cool skill that you guys have, comedians. You guys really contemplate words and the sounds and the way you deliver the words, whether it's like the space in between words, the way that's a talent. Like the manipulation of words and how you do it. It's an art. And maybe not a lot of people understand. Maybe some of my friends don't really get comedy, but it's like the way that you guys formulate these super cool sentences that makes you feel joy. That's fucking amazing.
it's truly. I don't think I'm glad you appreciate it. And there's because of podcasts, there's a lot more stand-up junkies that appreciate the art of it.
Oh,
But
true.
I don't think normal people understand to like. We'll think for a year or two like where to put the one cuss word in the two sentences. Like, oh, I'm gonna put it over here. Oh no, it goes better right here. Like we literally are we're jumbling the words. We're like, oh, if I say that right here, it hits harder. And we try it hundreds, if not thousands of times. And it's just like in music, the riff or
Yeah.
these jokes are songs. But with
Oh,
music, you get a hit, you could tour forever. If we get a hit joke, they're like, "What's next? New shit." You're like, how hard that was.
yeah, it's like the singles are the equivalent of your one-liners, like the loosey goosey.
Yeah,
That's your one hit. That's one of your hits. Or
that's
like
a hit. And then if
or
I
the
do it again, they're like, "Heard it." You're like, "Oh man."
Right. They're still
It's fucked up, but it is
fucking
reality.
I think audiences in comedy are so unforgiving. They're like, fuck you. Like, I heard that. Move on. What's new? Give me something new.
Yeah.
No, dude. Like, it's, I don't know.
And we'll get in our head about it too. And it's so crazy because, like, let's say I have a Trader Joe's joke and I'm sick of it and I don't want to do it anymore. But a fan, you'll get both, to where a fan will be like, I already heard that joke, and then you the next show you don't do it, and then a different fan will be like, hey, you didn't do the Trader Joe's joke. I brought my family here to see that Trader Joe's joke. You didn't do it. And you're just like, you can't win, you know?
You can't please everyone, and that's what sucks. You just gotta do you. Fuck everyone. Either
Our-
they like you or they don't. Fuck them.
Yeah, you just got to do it. Just do whatever, you know. Always progress, always write, but also do some hits too. I remember being in the green room at the Comedy Store, and Nick Swartzen was talking about how he did 45 minutes of new material and 15 minutes of old material.
Mm.
And like a few fans like complained to him, like, man, you just did old shit. And he's like, that was 75% new shit, you asshole. He didn't say that, but he was just
Sure, yeah.
venting, like, you can't win with these guys. And of course, even though 99% of his audience were probably extremely happy and he killed it because he's hilarious, comics, you know, you just focus on that one negative message. You'll get 200 positives
Oh yeah.
and one asshole. You'd be like, can you believe this guy? You know, and it's just like, it's how it is.
And that's how motherfuckers are being canceled nowadays, just for the one joke or the one statement or the one thing that you did in 1985. Like, fuck, dude. Like, and it's very similar to music when it comes to like trying new things. It's like the new album sucks. It's not like the old one. Yeah, bro, we're evolving. It's a new
We're
shit.
trying new shit. It's how it works.
We're trying to evolve. You know, we're all growing as a person. We all change. If not like physically, I mean, we change mentally. We change every year. We change every month, maybe. So like, shit is gonna be different the next time around. And I think people are just either they're very scared of change. They can accept it. They can't wrap their hands around the you know, the whole changing of things, or like some people are just scared of change. I think that's what.
Well, some of these people are just like on a righteous crusade. Like, that's not right. He fucked up one time. He's done. And actually, I just saw this today, and it's funny. It's awesome that you brought this up. Is Sarah Silverman goes on this beautiful rant of how awful cancel culture is, and how, like, if you cancel somebody for an 8-year-old tweet, you're basically just sending them to dive headfirst into the dark side and be like, well, fuck you. Now I'm going to be the monster because of your righteous crusade. And she said it, and I retweeted it because it was so good and profound. But it's just like, if you give somebody just a little space and empathy to better themselves as a human being, and then see where they come out of it and be like, oh, fuck, I was wrong. I'm so sorry. You know, and whatever the case may be, and a second chance, and people can come around, and it's almost like this stupid culture is just like, no, they made a mistake, they're fucking done. And it's like, no, everyone is fucked up. Every single human being on this planet is fucked up.
Oh yeah, I think.
And some fuck ups are bigger than others, of course, but you know. But you know,
it's so easy because it's so easy to judge people that are being constantly filmed, or they have maybe a bigger following. The mistakes as humans that we make, they're just more magnified. They're just like, you see it more on the people that are actually have a platform.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Because I think if everybody had like 1 million fucking followers or whatever, that people would fucking dislike you from time to time. But that's not enough to discredit you from your work or from being a human being and making mistakes.
Yeah, true that. Watch that Sarah Silverman clip. It's on her page. Everybody's retweeting it because it's just true. It's so true and profound, and it's just brilliant. She's amazing. She's always been amazing.
Oh yeah,
she's super nice too. I've got to MC some shows and do some shows with her on it, and she's so funny, dude.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, she rules. She's definitely a funny girl. Woman. I don't know what to say nowadays. 2020 is fucking crazy.
Cancel them. Cancel.
Yeah, canceled.
The only thing you're gonna get canceled for is that fucking hat, bro.
Why is that? Go ahead, roast me.
Yeah, you just remind me of Fear and Loathing.
Oh, that's one of my favorite movies, actually.
It's so good.
It's so good. Hunter S. Thompson. I mean, I wanted to do the daily routine of Hunter while the shutdown was going on, but I was like, that's probably too crazy. Can't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. Everybody wants to fucking be like Hunter, but remember, he shot himself in the head, so don't be like Hunter.
Good. That's a good way to. That's a good promo. Hey, don't have fun, kids. Just don't kill yourself.
He was a genius that did too much and lost his genius along the way because of drugs and alcohol. It was who he was, but then at a certain point, like I watched a documentary and all his friends and family were like, he lost his spark.
Oh.
And they said he was like a lightning rod when he would write. And in the early days, he's like, bah, 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 Fear and Loathing, bam, 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 just hit after hit. And then later, because of fucking the 1,000 hits of acid and thousands of gallons of whiskey, they said like he would just go like that, and then stop, and then he would get hit with a jolt of fucking genius, and and it's just drugs, It was cool while it lasted, but it's not sustainable as his life and so many others clearly have proven. Mitch Hedberg, Sam Kinison, even though he died from a car crash, the amount of cocaine that guy was doing, it would have been close to follow. Chris Farley, John Belushi, all of them,
Oh yeah, Chris Farley, one of my favorites, man.
So many of them.
It's like that. What do they say? Like, check on the people that are the funniest, or the people that seem like the most comfortable with life. Yeah. I mean, who knows? Fuck. Who knows what you guys are thinking, or anybody? It's crazy, crazy, crazy. Fucking. But yeah, have you seen the Hunter S. Thompson's like interviews in like on late night shows with like Conan, like in his like late years? He was just like, I don't know, it was kind of hurtful to see him like struggle to like walk or even talk. He had such a like I don't know, the dude had problems like in his last years, it's so sad to see such a brilliant mind having deteriorating as a human thing, flesh.
He was a man of his word though, because I believe he said, if Bush gets reelected, I'm going to kill myself.
Oh God!
Bush got reelected and then he killed himself.
Crazy.
So, it's dark, but I respect the man who delivers.
Oh.
Too far. I love Hunter S. Thompson. No hard feelings, but I'll see you in hell.
Yeah, that's where the funny people are, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of Joe Rogan, have you ever like approached them at the company called like, hey, motherfucker, get me in your podcast?
No, because that's the quickest way to have Joe Rogan never fuck with you ever.
You're smart.
Yeah, they ask you unless you have a genuine relationship and friendship with a person, and I would like save it for like a special, like when I get my first special, then I probably would ask, and even then I would be extremely scared. But I finally was around him enough to where he said what's up to me and would shake my hand and do the bro hug or whatever and make me feel like $1 million. He's the man, dude. He's who we all aspire to be like, he just had my homegirl on, Ali Makovsky. That's fucking so cool. My homie Chappelle Lacey is probably about this close to being on it, and it's just so cool. It's so cool that he hooks up the up and comers. He'll like have Kanye West and you know what I mean? Like that's why he's the man, dude. And
isn't that crazy? I mean, it just got uploaded a few hours ago, right?
Yeah, and
check it out. Have you watched it?
No, not yet. He's just the shit. He's just like a Bill to where Bill Burr, like these guys know what's up and know how hard the struggle is, and if any up and comer is funny, they'll give them a shot. Like I remember Laura Bites is my friend, and she used to cat sit my cats, but she just got 2 cats, so there goes that. And she's so funny, and he walked by the room and she was killing at like 1 a.m. to like 12 drunk people, and he just took a picture like, this girl's hilarious, give her a follow, and overnight she got like 20,000 fans, and that's why these motherfuckers are so cool. Like, He didn't have to do that. Joe didn't have to do that. But he's like, oh, she's funny. She's awesome.
He's the
I'm gonna hook her
godfather.
up. Bill, fucking, thank God he found my silly videos on the internet, and now he did my podcast. These guys are fucking awesome, and
Yeah,
that's so cool of them
he says,
because they don't have to do this.
right. He says he mentions or I'm sorry, I think he said he follows you on Instagram, that every Instagram video he sees. Are you more like nervous about posting now that you know
Yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah. For sure. I'm like, oh no, is Bill gonna follow me?
Is this Bill worthy?
I get
Oh, dude.
scared. I'm like, oh no.
I would too, man. That's such a huge accomplishment. Like getting one of the fucking coolest comedians out there compliment you and follow you and check your work. That's so dude, that's so inspiring. But it shouldn't like shy you away. I think it should push you even more to just
I I've accepted the fact that I am who I am, and if I think it's funny, that's what I do.
yeah,
And I
right.
say weird shit, and I do weird shit, and I'm a weirdo, and that's what you're gonna get. I ain't got nothing else. Okay, you know what I mean? So
Yep.
you get me.
Do you have
You
any
get
other?
me.
Do you have any other talents other than like comedy, or was comedy was like, dude, I'm only gonna do comedy. That's the thing I'm good at.
Yeah, no other talents. That's all I have. All the eggs are in one basket.
It's like it's either make it or not. You gotta make it.
I'm good at foosball. I'm pretty good at foosball. Oh, dodgeball, but you know you can't
Okay,
really make a living
one
in
final
that.
question. I don't know if we're running.
No, man, go. I just got to be done by 3. So
Okay, perfect. That's great. Thank you. Then not my final question. I just kidding. But what is making it? What's like when you think of making it? I think that you're great. I think that you're in a great space. You're in Hollywood, or not Hollywood. You're in LA. You're around a lot of fucking cool comics. I think you're doing your thing, and a random person like me found you online years ago, and now here we are. But what is making it? Like, do you have a vision of what it is? And if you get there, like, then what?
um, that is a good question, and back to the sober shit I learned in the program and stuff. You got to be grateful for it. Like I've already made it, you know, and not to
Very
sound corny, but like the first time you grab a microphone, you made it because you are doing your dream.
Oh yeah.
But in my head, what making it really means is just being financially stable
Oh, I hear
and
you.
just being like, oh, I don't have to worry anymore. I don't have to worry about rent or taking my girl out for a good dinner and she could get fucking a glass of wine and you'll be like, hey babe, get the water, get the free water. Uh, and I am absolutely making a living doing comedy, and I'm on cloud 9. But I'm like, you know, I'm making a living. I'm not rich yet. Keyword yet, and not that rich solves all your problems. But when you come from fucking, I wouldn't say poverty, but I don't think I've ever made over 30 grand ever in my life in a year. Uh, and that in America is fucking poor, dude. So I've been poor my whole fucking life. I'm just tired of it. So yeah, I want the house on the fucking beach
Oh yeah.
and one nice car. I ain't gonna get crazy with it. I just need one, you know, maybe a little podcast studio in the city
Sure.
and just because once that's taken care of, it's like, oh, I don't have to worry about like, oh fuck, I need to get gigs. I need to sell stickers. I need to sell hoodies.
Right.
And
In which,
just
in return, you have more time to focus on your art,
yeah.
more financial. Like, if you have like, if you're like in a nice place, like financially, then you have more time to focus on the things that you that actually matter, like art or whatever, comedy.
So that to me is the next level, and you made a good point of just like that would just allow you freedom of mind and spirit to just focus on your art, you know, as opposed to worry about the bills and focus on your art. But in the sense, back to full circle, is like I have already made it because all I really ever wanted to do was make people laugh, and that's what I'm doing. And And now I actually make money off of it, and I get to tour. Like all I ever said is, yeah, of course I want Hollywood, and I want to be the weird neighbor on a sitcom. But all I gave a fuck about is like I want to make strangers laugh and tour and get paid for it. You know, that was and then now I do that.
That is so cool because musicians have to come with like a tour bus and instruments and plugging in and sound checking. I'm sure you still do the sound checking thing, but you just show up, dude. It's so awesome. You're a fucking rock star. You show up, fucking slinging dick, like Joey Diaz says, and you fucking have a mic and the power is in your fucking hand. How beautiful is that?
It's cool, man. It's cool. I ain't gonna lie. It's the coolest shit ever. Every show. But even before COVID, I was one of those guys to like every show, every time. I don't care. I don't care if it's a bar show, if it's sold out main room with Joe Rogan and Joey Diaz. I'm fucking happy. As long as there's people sitting in, putting butts in them seats that I can make laugh, I'm fucking happy. And now with COVID taking it away, it's even more. I've heard this from a lot of comedians. They're like, you know, we kind of took it for granted with all the comedy, and now like every spot, we're just like, oh my God, I love it. I always, it's all I had, you know, it filled my void, and like I said, all my eggs are in that basket. So I've always kind of loved it, and COVID definitely makes you even realize even more. So
I like that. I'm hoping that everybody has like a moment of reflection of looking in, like, you know, looking inwards and seeing that the beautiful things that COVID brought, like you know, things that we, like you said, that you were taking for granted. And hopefully when everything kicks start again and everything's back to, I guess, quote unquote normal, or just back into it, then everybody could be more engaged and more hungry to like use those outlets or places or people or things that maybe we didn't use as much or we took for granted, like you said.
yeah, we all appreciate life just a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure. Congratulations on the new apartment. You have a fucking what, beach home?
I do. I have a kitchen.
You made it, bro.
I have a kitchen. It's still an apartment though. I don't own it, so I haven't made it. But
what was it?
Cheap right now, or affordable, I should say.
Yeah, what was it before the new apartment? Was it like hot pockets and a microwave, like no kitchen? What was it?
It was a toaster oven and dishes in the bathtub for 7 or 8 years or some shit. I lost track.
Dishes,
long time.
Dishes in the bathtub?
Yeah, there's no sink, bro. No kitchen sink. Everyone's like, why didn't you do it? Hey, okay, I'm so sick of fucking motherfuckers. Obviously, I want to do my dishes in the bathroom sink, but the bathroom sink is this fucking big, and I break the dishes, and also you get one fucking greasy pan down there, and it's clogged, like that. So I had to do it in the fucking bathtub, and then everyone's like, why don't you use paper plates? And I don't want to use paper plates. I'm a hippie. I want to be good on this planet. So, but the last year I was like, man, fuck this shit. I got paper plates. I did. And even then, you still have some dishes. You still have dishes.
Yeah.
You know, whatever you cook on, you got to fucking wash.
Yeah. So you got a nice lady living with you now, or what?
Yeah. I got a sweetheart, and she's probably in the bathroom listening, like, what are you saying about me? No, she's awesome. We just adopted a cat, or 10 months old. I don't know if that's called a kitten.
So that makes two. You had one before, right?
Yeah. Mr. Cat and Boo.
Mr. Cat.
Mr. Cat and Mrs. Boo. We call her Sailor Boo because she has a little Sailor Moon collar.
Oh, nice. That's what's up, man. So now it's like a family. You got a family going on.
Yeah, 2 kittens, no kids. No, I'm not ready yet, man.
But you're 30 something, right?
36, yeah.
36. When is the right time?
Later.
Oh, dude,
bro.
Your half Mexican side hasn't kicked in yet. You were like fucking ready to go years ago.
All my cousins did all that. Every one of them. I got like 80 fucking cousins, and 90 I lost track.
Well, I'm sure you want to focus on art and comedy, so maybe that would take a huge fucking part of your life away. Or
yeah, I'm just like, life's hard enough already. I don't need to be adding diapers in the mix, you know. Of course, I want a family, but I'm just like, let me get the house and then a little savings and just
Sure.
less. I know everyone's like,
Just get a part-time job at Trader Joe's. They'll take you back.
I already did that. I already did that, asshole.
I know, for 11 fucking years.
11 years. Whew.
It's so funny. Bill was like, "Wait, you weren't a manager by 11 years?"
No,
Fucking roasted you.
no.
Oh, dude. Why is that? Did that opportunity ever come up? Like, oh, you want to
They
like?
did. They asked me, and I said no.
Oh,
Because I knew if I did that, I would not do stand up nearly as much and then probably quit. Because managers work 50, 60 hours a week and they have to be open to open the store and close the store. So you wake up, you'll get there at 4 or 5 a.m. and you stay till midnight. And it's like, all right, so there goes comedy. So I said, no, thank you. You could keep that 56, because the thing is too, like at the bare minimum, when you're a manager, even new booty manager, you get like 60 G's a year plus bonuses. And then managers that have been there a while get like 100K a year or more. And so I said no to a lot of money. I said no to like a $30,000 a year increase. And I was like, nope, I'm going to sell these stickers on the internet in 5 years, motherfucker. Give me 5 years of heartache and struggle.
Do you have a copyright issue with your shirts they have with the Trader Joe's flower?
No, not yet. Thanks for bringing that up.
I'm sorry I mentioned that.
No. I stopped selling those. We're done.
Oh, fuck. Okay, those are cool.
You missed it. You missed it.
Fuck.
I have one left, actually. It's XXX. I took it off the website.
Okay,
I didn't want to have it on.
Likes.
Yeah. I don't think it, because I Googled it, and that's a Hawaiian flower, so they can't copyright that. And the font is just an existing font. And I mean, obviously, if I made Trader Joe's stuff, but it said Craig Conant in the font, so
Yeah.
I believe legally, even I was in my own right.
Yeah.
And all they would do is any people infringing on copyright issues, all they do is send a cease and desist letter, and then you just stop. So wait till you sell out, and then you stop.
The warning.
Yeah. Right. Like even Disney does that. You know, Disney will go after you, but they don't want to. They just go, "Hey, stop that shit," and then you stop, and then that's that.
There you go. You talk about that humbling feeling, or maybe not even humbling. I don't think you meant that wasn't your exact words, but yeah, I guess it's a humbling feeling knowing that you just sold out an amphitheater or a theater the night before, and then the next day you go fucking to cleaning toilets at Trader Joe's. And we're talking about years ago, but
yeah. I'll never forget that. I did a sold out show in the main room at the comedy store in Hollywood, the world famous comedy store. Dave Chappelle popped in with Post Malone and John Mayer.
Oh yeah.
I got to bring them up. I handed Dave a beer because he's like, "Hey, someone get me a beer," and I got him a beer. And then I clocked in the next morning, not but 12 hours later.
Yeah.
Actually, Jesus Christ, I was like at 11 p.m. and I got out there at 7. So like 8 hours later.
Yeah.
And they go, "Craig, we need you to go clean the toilets." And I was like, all right. And then I did it. And I cleaned those fucking toilets. You know what's fucked up? They always told me to clean toilets. So I was the only one that actually cleaned them good. Everyone didn't give a fuck. I like scrubbed the shit out of them. And that was the whole bit. Like I went from Dave Chappelle to a turd in a toilet.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I
brutal, dude.
When you said that, I related so much because I had like a sold out show here when I was in a band. We played the Regency Ballroom in San Francisco. Fucking
nice.
Huge venue. And we got treated like rock stars. Sound check. Are you guys okay? Do you guys need drinks? Here's the green room. And we're opening for this huge band that came from Mexico, Scott reggae band. And dude, I feel like a rock star. And then the next day I go to making coffee. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
But then you're on a fucking high the next day. You're like, dude, you guys don't even know I was a fucking rock star last night.
I was a fucking rock star last night. Now I got my hand in a fucking toilet.
Now I'm here calling fucking names. Oh, for Brittany, cappuccino. Fuck. Yeah. Fuck you, Brittany.
And on top of that, customers trying to like go in there, and even though the bathroom closed signs, like, "Can I pee?" I'm like, "I'm fucking cleaning this toilet." I was just with Dave Chappelle. You fucking bastard. And then the other joke you brought up is a customer. I was bagging. This is all true. I was bagging their groceries, and ringing them up, and they're like, "Oh shit!" And he saw me at the Wiltern New Year's Eve, and he's like, "You fucking killed it, dude!" And then he went like this, smile ear to ear, and then he's like, "Oh fuck, you really do work at Trader Joe's," and he just dropped, and I just went, "Yeah."
Dude.
And then bit. It's true though. Yeah, sadness came over him. He's like, "Oh, all right." And then I had to finish bagging his groceries, and it was just awkward.
That's crazy. You also mentioned that you you used to make noises while like checking or
Oh yeah.
items. Like,
Just miserable noises.
Your soul dying.
Yeah, your soul dying. It's all true. All true stories.
Well, thank you so much for being on the podcast. This has been so fun, man. Thank you, and keep fucking at it, dude. You're great.
Thank you too, brother. Thanks for having me, and then you keep at it too. Keep rocking, keep playing. Put that shit on the internet. All of my success all came through internet.
Oh yeah.
No Hollywood, no agent, internet, baby. Just put them farts on the internet. People love that shit.
That's right. And just one last question. This is a music podcast, so I kind of wrap it up with if there's a song that really resonates with you, you've been listening to, maybe something you've been listening to lately. I always ask kind of like to share it, like our guests.
Oh man,
song.
Fucking too many, bro. Okay, I gotta name a few.
That's
here.
a good sign. That means you have a good library.
Tupac, Hold On, Be Strong on the Are You Still Down album. It's if you're in your head, if you're depressed, listen to that one. Led Zeppelin, Achilles' Last Stand. It'll just put me in a good mood. I mean, come on, dude. Fucking Zeppelin, bro.
Anytime.
And then the song that actually helped get me sober is the last two songs on the Gorillaz Demon Days album. It's Don't Get Lost in Heaven and Demon Days. And like part of the lyrics is like I don't even remember. I just remember I stole my mom's car to go get narcotics in the hood because my tags were expired. And I was listening to that album on repeat. And the last two songs, it basically says, "Don't go to the dark, go to the sun." Like, that's the whole chorus. It's like, stay out of the fucking demon shit. Go to the light. Go to the light. And then it hit me, and I was like, man. And that was, of course, there's so many seeds that led to my sobriety, hundreds of seeds, and that was a major one. Getting arrested and fucking cousin shit, all sorts of shit, So,
your cousin. That's
anyways,
right.
It's over now, baby. 7 years sober is all that matters. But listen to those last two songs if you're depressed. Listen to all three of those songs. Those are my shits.
I know you mentioned Tupac. You were rocking the Tupac shirt when you were out protesting. I just want to give you credit. Me personally, thank you for doing that. You were hilarious out there while doing something that is good. You were also being fucking hilarious. And it took a lot of guts, a lot of balls to actually add people on Instagram. Like they would say something stupid. You're like, hey, you know what? Fuck you. You would just tag them. Like you were just going back and forth with the people on Instagram. I saw that as like very brave because I know it's kind of a weird thing being a comedian, being fucking someone really out there that has a platform. You could be like, I don't know. Your career's online all the time, so like I love the fact that you were brave and you're like, nah, fuck you, fuck this, fuck that. You were talking about
it, man. It's always some fat white motherfucker, some guy that's white as snow, being like, oh, they should do this, they should do that, they should do. It's like, how the fuck would you know? You're white, bro.
You're white.
You never walked one step in their fucking shoes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's always just like, are you insane? Nobody empathizes with anybody ever. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Sure, okay, you don't want to see stores burning. I don't really either. But, once a member of your family gets murdered, you're going to want to set some shit on fire. You know what I'm saying? And nobody thinks that way. It's like, okay, what if your sister, what if your mama was shot when she was reaching for her registration?
Oh, yeah.
And the cop gets off.
Right.
How you going to feel? You ain't going to want to flip some shit over, dude? Get the fuck out of here. Everyone's like, oh, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this. Get the fuck. Do whatever the fuck you got to do and mind your business.
Amen. Thank you so much, Craig. You have a fucking wonderful day. We'll keep in touch, and we'll have you back some other time.
All right, brother. Thank
Hey,
you for
take it
having
easy,
me.
man.
Peace.
Later.
Peace.